The strop that they have when you don't throw yourself at them for defending your honor. When people try to put words in my mouth like what I think she meant was, no, 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 I fucking said what I said. All questions can be directed to me. OMG, that one is especially annoying when I get momentarily lost in the conversation, ADHD, and I politely ask the person who was just speaking to repeat themselves and someone else, usually a man, chimes in when I didn't ask them to. Like, this is annoying for the other people in the conversation too. Offering to help you and not backing off regardless of what you say. My cousin is very beautiful and often has guys offering help left and right in an effort to get in her good graces, except they keep offering when she says no, and keep offering, and keep pushing. It's basically a thinly veiled, let me get close to you, and they won't take no for an answer. It's extremely disrespectful. I've gotten into saying, please let me say no, if the folks I say this to have any self-awareness. This sentence scares the F*** out of them. When someone interrupts/stops telling a story to apologize for the profanities being used in front of me. Or you're in a group convo with some men and one of them swears so another of the men cut him off and scold him because I'm here. What is this? The 1850s? I promise I won't faint. Speaking on my behalf because I didn't answer right away. Like I don't care. If you've known me my whole life you don't under any circumstances speak for me. I have a voice. Yes. My friend did this one time, and she had good intentions in mind, but I had said everything I needed to, and I understand that not causing drama is important, but once you've stated what your statement, and giving them no other possible ideas, I don't need someone saying it in a more polite way, just for someone else to take advantage of the polite version of the original statement, especially if they think you'll act as if I'm a pushover just because of it. The co-opting of the label white knight for a man who attempts to call out sexist behavior. I mostly see/hear this label being thrown out by men, and often it's when other men are simply treating women like human beings or calling out objectionable/sexist behaviors. Edit, a word. Exactly what I thought when I read the question. It's silly/petty, but I get really annoyed when, if I'm holding a door for folks and there are many people going through a door, a white knight will come to save me from the prison of holding the door. I've stopped being polite towards these insistent folks and just tell them, just go inside. Don't even let them offer anymore. Had a man literally insist so many times and almost push me out of the way so he could hold the door for me. Like, what the fuck? Dude, if you just walked through the already open door, everyone behind you, myself included, would be inside already. You're insisting on holding the door, usually only insisting when there is an audience, is annoying as fuck. Just go through the door and stop it. I feel like the real solution to that should be that each person holds it for the next, rather than one person being trapped into it by a stream of entitled folks. Unless it's like you holding it for one family or something, which is more understandable. When they want to save me from what? Men. A very consistent theme in this thread is, as usual, and as it should be, *consent. Stereotypically gentlemanly, it's actually just polite, but for some reason it has a term. When a man does it, behaviors opening a door, offering to carry something heavy, walking us to our car, can absolutely be appreciated. The key is to ask, not assume, and to back off when told no. Those kinds of behaviors change from polite to fucking annoying and creepy when it's insisted upon and forced. After we've already declined. As is the case with most what do women want questions, the answer is 1. Ask them ***, and the oft ignored but extremely important part is 2. Eat their response. It's actually just polite, but for some reason it has a term when a man does it, because it has a different tone and meaning when men do it to women. Men trip over themselves to yank a heavy object out of my hands claiming to be polite. No one ever yanks heavy objects from my male coworkers' hands. It's because those men were never trying to be polite, they were just being sexist. The absolute worst is when a man defends a woman from a misogynist and other men call the defender a white knight for acting like a decent human being. Accusing guys who are nice to women of trying to sleep with them pretty much just means they don't think it ever makes sense to be nice to a woman unless you want to have sex with her. That's much more a reflection of them basically snitching on yourself. Anybody can be helpful and kind to someone they want to sleep with. Show me a man who will help someone that he has nothing to gain from, like the elderly or unattractive. That's the one I want. I'm 5 feet 2 and have never been over 127 lbs. I like physically demanding jobs because it makes things go by faster and helps my depression. I constantly get asked if I need help with something heavy. Once had a dude watch me lift a 70-pound box onto a conveyor belt and the clap when I got it up there. I gave him a dirty look and he stopped coming near me, so I count that as a win. Same for me. I'm constantly carrying boxes, deliveries, all kinds of big heavy things into my shop. My regular customers see me doing this week after week. If you know me at all, and the customers do, you'd know I go to the gym in my free time and lift even more heavy things for fun. And despite that, you know where this is going. The most enraging is when I'm carrying something small enough that would be silly to carry between two people. You're not offering to help, you're just trying to do it for me. When I'm outside a hotel loading my stuff up, and they walk up and start grabbing my stuff to help me. Nah, that's how **** gets stolen, and guys, then you owe them something. Or what happened when I was 12, I was out for a walk and guy in a utility van offered me a ride. Because it was too cold I declined multiple times, and he kept saying he was trying to be nice, like why would I wanna get in your dirty ass van with you being a stranger? Men I don't know being gentlemanly, and letting me walk up the stairs in front of them when I'm wearing a short skirt or shorts. This usually happens with repairmen in my house. There may be a legitimate reason for some tradesmen letting you go first. I work in construction and will always allow those moving faster to pass me on the stairs. This is honestly because I'm fat and slow, so I literally would take twice as long to go up than you would, so I do not like being an **** and slowing you down. I don't check out women's bodies or even care what gender you are. I just try to stay out of the way to not delay you. When a guy is explaining something and I say I know. Could be directions, telling me about a show, a fact, current event, whatever. But if I said that I know already, them saying, okay, but, and continuing as if I had said nothing. When they try to mansplain me how to do my job. I work in tech and my previous career was in finance. The mansplaining is real. Men I don't know wheel or at all taking things I'm carrying out of my hands after I tell them I've got it. Kissing my hand when first meeting them. Please no. I'm not exactly sure what white knight behavior is, but I see the term used as an epithet, mostly by men, but sometimes by women, describing men who call out misogynistic behavior. That's usually where I encounter it, and the epithet used to deride feminist men as most uncomfortable to me. When someone overflatters me, or is overly polite. At what point does it reach *overly status? When people hand money to homeless people and record. Yes. Insisting on walking me to my car. No one has insisted on this with good intentions, so stop pretending you are protecting me. Also walking you home after a first date, especially when you don't know them well. Like, okay, maybe there's good intent, but statistically the guy I just started dating is more of a risk than the possibility of some random stranger danger attack on a busy, well-lit city street. Until I know a guy better, I emphatically don't want to give them my address. I once told a guy all that out of sheer exasperation when he wouldn't accept my no, thank you. He was not happy. NGL. Haven't heard white knight in years. Everyone pretty much jacked simp by now, lol. But to answer anything that implies I don't have autonomy or self-determination gets me ready to fight. When they pick up a fight with stupid, often mentally ill, men who call you name in the street. Look, it isn't nice, but it isn't worth picking a fight. Ignore it and move. Plus, most of the time it doesn't bother me. I do not care that drunk stranger in the street call me a B? A lot of people who use white knight are the same assholes who use virtue signaling. While virtue signaling is definitely a thing done by people, especially politicians/celebrities, who just don't give a about anyone but themselves, and are just trying to score brownie points for appearing human, it is more often used because someone has basic empathy. Empathy is the goal and more is always welcome. White knighting is legit a real problem. When it's clear they are just doing it to score points, then it isn't empathy anymore. It's exactly like my actual definition for virtue signaling up there. Being nice to score points, appear more human and down to earth to your followers/constituents, or try to get in your pants is not white knighting, it's being an asshole. Infantilization might be a valid concern, though, but I have not encountered much of that personally. I don't mind when guys hold a door open for me, but if I'm not even within 5 feet of the door, PLS just go through it on your own. We don't need to do a whole big performative door opening thing. I just wanna get in the water. I work at a physically demanding job including lifting stuff, carrying furniture and boxes, etc. When men offer to help me carry things, or do things I've been trained to do, mind you, I'm 5'1", 110 pounds, and look about 17, but *THIS is my job asterisk. It may look heavy, but that's because I'm small. I've been doing this for 2 years. I have a specific example. I'm in an artistic hobbies group with men and women, where we often enjoy a beer or two and joke around. One day we were discussing the film Office Space, and my guy friend repeated the federal pound me and the *** prison quote, and I laughed hard. Another guy in the group interjected, "Hey, let's not make rape jokes. There may be sexual assault survivors here, and you never know," and then weirdly glanced in the direction of a woman with whom I believe he was casually sleeping. I'm a survivor of sexual assault, and I don't want to pretend to speak for all of us, but this was not a rape is funny moment and I didn't interpret it as such. Also, while you shouldn't joke about certain things, especially in mixed company, this guy just came off as wanting to police language for the sake of rape survivors all, while outing another person as a rape survivor. Also, I think he doesn't like my friend, and wanted to make him look bad.